Holy wheel of death. Imagine if this thing ran over you. Like it's solid. Did I get it? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to start the video off with trying to scrape the 110 quickly, and then pretty much we've got to build this back tyre up. Let me get it first. So I bought this thing from the wreckers. It fits my bike.
I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
As you can see, it's got a lot of rust on it, on the spokes. But other than that, another bit of rust and corrosion. It's not too bad of a wheel. So the plan is to take the tyre off, take the tube out, and I can't weld aluminium because one, don't have the skills, two, don't have the right equipment, need all certain gases and things. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to build some flaps to go around the tyre like a paddle tyre. Hopefully that works better when I put the bike back in the boat or in the tinny, and hopefully it gives it some propulsion, some forward moving momentum. I could go buy a paddle tyre, but they're expensive and they take weeks to come in, so I thought, go get this, do a little dodgy, put some flaps on it, and see if we can get this thing to move. In the meantime, let's see if we can scrape the 110 and have a bit of fun that way. That felt like it was really close, but I know I'm gonna watch the footage back and it's gonna be like this far away. Every time I do it, I just have this vision of me just going straight through the fence over there. And that fence is not in a good way to start with.
Motorcycle crash this morning. LMPD says it happened around 4 this morning on Grade Lane near Fern Valley Road. Police say the motorcycle was speeding northbound and hit a fence. They say the driver was not wearing a helmet at the time of the crash.
What's that, mate?
Keep the noise down.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
Hey?
You have a good day.
Yeah.
Alright, that was short-lived. I guess living in suburbia, you can tend to piss people off pretty quickly by riding your little 110 around in the backyard. But anyway, is what it is. That guy does some pretty gross stuff. Every morning he gets up and goes and clears his throat out the backyard and spits on the ground. That's always good to hear every morning, but you know, I don't say anything because it's his house, it's his yard, does what he does. That little dirt bike there is no louder, if not quieter, than a lawnmower. Anyway, I'm not gonna be that guy. I don't want to piss people off, so no more slow wheelies in the backyard for the time being. Alright, so it's the next day. We might have to find a different place to get the scrape done. I definitely got close a few times though, which I'm pumped about. So anyway, welcome back to another video, boys. In this video, we are going to be pulling apart this tyre and we're going to try and make it into a paddle tyre. I know you're probably saying, why don't you go out and buy a paddle tyre and put it on? One, time restraints. I don't want to be working on this boat bike video part 2 for the next month. Waiting, it's 2 weeks to wait for a tyre to come in. Plus I think they're like 250, 300 Australian dollars. I got this one pretty cheap from the motorbike wreckers and it fits my bike, so I thought be a bit of fun taking the tyre off, taking the tube out and trying to see if we can build something, our own paddle tyre, but just with the rim. So I thought that would be pretty cool. So pretty much we've got to go to the shops now, go grab some stuff, come back, pull that apart and get to building it and figuring out how we're going to make it work, and then making the boat bike watertight so water doesn't spray into the boat when I'm trying to go forward. If you've seen the last video, you know what I'm talking about. If not, here's the clip. you live in Australia, you know this place. If you're a US viewer, which I know there's a few of yous on there, you probably don't know what Bunnings is, but it's a big hardware store and they do amazing sausage sizzles. If I did not use this stuff, that thing definitely would have been the Titanic too. This 1200 by 600, maybe one of these. Like I said, that's one thing I did not think of last time. But, so we've got that. I think that should be enough to get it kind of watertight-ish. And then I was gonna like I was gonna cut so it grooves in and then fix it somehow, but I'm thinking maybe like a right angle like that would be better, because I'm not gonna weld the aluminium, I'm gonna fix it. So something with a bit of a right angle is what we're looking for. Something like this. Right. Preferably with a bigger like, I'm gonna call that a bigger paddle. Maybe like this even. I might search up and see how big the paddles are on paddle tyres to kind of reference that. It'd be good to have it a little bit bigger because they're only going to be about this wide to fit into the rim. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to go one of these. I think that'll work, hopefully. Alright, I think that's a good start. We need to get pop rivets. Alright, so we're in the aisle. I have found the contour gauge. I don't know if you've seen one of these before, but it's like you press it into things and it gives you the right shape, and then you trace that shape onto whatever it is you're cutting. So that's going to be handy potentially. I don't know if you can tell, but the sun's shining off that is putting holes in my eyeballs. And I've already had holes in my eyeball before. I don't want any more. Another thing I was going to touch on, if you're one of these people that can't just put your trolley back in the trolley bay, man, you're the worst people. Probably because I had a trolley get jammed into my car once because someone was just too lazy, left it, rolled into my car. Just put your trolley back and then the trolley boys will return it back to Bunnings. It's not that hard. Alright, it's talking to me a little bit. Maybe it's trying to say, stop procrastinating and get back to the house and get something done. Righto, mate. Alright, so back home, this is the haul. We got 3 tape measures, some rivets, some pink spray paint, contour gauge, the sheet metal, and the bit of metal. And the bit of angle up there. The big win of the day, boys, is it all stayed on the car and in the back of the tray. So that's a big win. Anyway, the tape measures, you're probably wondering, oh, what's a tape measure for? A bit random. Who needs 3 tape measures? Well, because we don't actually live at our own place, we live with a family member, we can't mark our daughter's height on the door jamb or on the wall or something like that, like most people do, or most families do. So I thought I'd go out and buy a tape measure. I've got 3 different colours for her to pick from, and I'll spray it pink, and then we can just mark the date on the tape measure, and then one day when we buy our own place or build our own place, we can transfer these markings onto the door jamb or the wall at home. So she has 3 different colour tape measures to pick from. I got pink paint because I know she'd love pink, and pretty much she's gonna pull it out like that, spray all that up until 1.8. That's if she ever gets that tall. By the time she's that tall, she's probably gonna want me to be away from her and not see me ever. Hopefully not. But 3 tape measures, that, ready to go. Let's get into it. I am fully aware that this rim has seen better days, but I think that's why it makes it perfect. Now we've got to let all the air out. Once we've let all the air out, we're taking the tyre off, pulling the tube out. 2010 150 SX. Yeah, so hopefully that fits my bike. They said it would. I didn't really check. She's rusted up. So we're gonna let all the air out, pull it apart, let's go from there. That cut earlier from the bit of sheet metal, just pushing it, got stuck or something, is stinging. Do you know how the little cuts always sting the most? Anyway, we'll get a band-aid for that. Chuck that band-aid on, this tiny little cut. Yeah. The plan is not to puncture the tube. So potentially we can reuse the tube, tyre, put it back together and sell it. Actually, never mind. Scratch that. This thing will be going to the tip after this because I just realised I'm going to be screwing a heap of holes in it. Me not remembering how to do this, or if this is a lot harder than I remember, but this is a bit of a pain in the ass. Sprayed some sort of glue all around the inside of the rim because that is like super glued on. Like usually when you get that part of the tyre off, the rim moves inside the tyre pretty freely, usually. But it's like they've super glued it, or maybe it's just because it's super old, I don't know. Ah, there we go. That's what I was talking about. See, you get that movement now? So sick. I don't even know if the camera's doing it justice, but it actually looks epic. Anyway, back to getting this wheel off. We got it done, boys. We got the rim out of the wheel out of the rim, or whatever you mean. The tyre is off the rim. That's a win. We needed to get some of the paddles cut on. I was thinking of maybe going in between these two like lips here, but I think I might even cut little notches and slot them over so it goes in and then over, and then just chuck 2 rivets through there like that, and it's like notched in over it. I think that's gonna be the go, I reckon. My finger is literally still stinging, and it happened like 2.5 hours ago now. Cut the first one like 80 mil ish, and then we'll get it slotted on there, and then we'll cut a couple of grooves and slide her on and see how it goes. So now, oh my god, that's so hot. It's really hot. I'm not even joking. Alright, it's starting to cool down now. But see, like this, and then just like cut 2 notches so it slides down and sits in there. It's pretty tight. And then we'll just pop rivet it so it stays solid, hopefully. I would love to weld the aluminium, but I don't have the right tools for it, and I'm not good at welding anyway. So this is gonna have to do. We'll cut the notches, put it down, and then pop rivet it. There's a high chance that I've got to go do something right now, so it's probably gonna be dark time by the time I get home, so we're gonna have to pick back up tomorrow, smash it out tomorrow morning, and go test this thing out. All right, so it's the next day. It's currently almost 10:15. I'm gonna get back into building the wheel, but I thought we'd quickly do 3 attempts at trying to scrape the guard before old mate across there gets the shits. I've gone and moved the trampoline into a spot where it's kind of like blocking his view a little bit, so we can get those 3 attempts in, because I know he's gonna be quick to get down here to say something, because he's known as like the angry guy in the neighbourhood, I've heard. So let's see if we can get the 3 attempts done. No troubles with the neighbour this morning, which is good. Found out his name's Dwayne or something like that, so yeah, anyway. How cute's this little gecko? Look at him. He's almost see-through. Where I'm from, we don't actually have him, but where I'm living now, they have him everywhere. He's like, he looks like a little bit of rubber. So cool. My back. Is there a hunch? Is there a hunch in my back? It's like a solid 10 minutes hunched over like that. That's not good for you. Anyway, they're cut now, so we'll get them attached to the rim, get it pop riveted and fixed in. And the other thing is, definitely can't ride it on the grass anymore, or on the road once that's on. Because if you can see, they're just going to bend and fold. So it's going to be completely a boat bike after this. Alright, let's get that done. That does not feel right, drilling a hole in the rim. Holy wheel of death. Imagine if this thing ran over you. Like, it's solid. But there are little paddles, boys. Give it a nice little spray job. In the meantime, we'll fit it on the bike. See how it fits, make sure it doesn't hit anything. And hopefully that goes to plan. So far, everything seems to be going to plan. Almost too well, honestly. So we're gonna fit this wheel. Hopefully it clears everything and doesn't hit anything. But I reckon we're gonna be good. Alright, we've got the trusty work chair. Get this wheel off so we can put this one on. Out with the normal wheel. In with the paddle tyre. I just heard a loud bang, then a guy go, ow! Surely the mic picked that up. Look at this, boys. She's pretty much on. Got to do a couple more things, but look at this. I'm gonna give it a spray paint so it looks a bit cleaner. It looks bloody ridiculous. But we're gonna spray all these flaps, all these paddles here white, and then all the rest of the rim and the spokes black, and it'll look a lot cooler. But I think it looks awesome. That's so funny. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. This is like part one of a two-part of building the boat bike. Ready for the boat bike video part two, if that makes sense. So this part one, unfortunately I was meant to release a video this Friday of the boat bike, but I have so much going on. My camera had to get serviced last week, I had to go pick that up. And when I mean last week, I mean 2 days ago, I had to pick that up. Had some other work things I had to get done, and then I have to go film a wedding tomorrow, so I have to get set up for that. And it is 1:30 on a Friday, and it's going to take me 2 hours to edit this video, and then I'll get everything ready for the wedding tomorrow. So we're cutting this video short. The wheel's pretty much done, ready to go. Next week we're going to have, next Monday I'm posting a video. We're going to be putting the bike in the boat, making it watertight, and then Friday is the fun part. That's testing it out, seeing if this little upgrade works or not. Fingers crossed. See you boys next time. Hope you all have a great weekend.